All right, we got 2 ready players. Let's go ahead and get this underway. CTM Masters event, Green Bracket Part 2, August 2023, Round 1, Sidnev and SV. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. SV, of course, a former CTM Masters event winner. Sidnev has had several deep runs, including back-to-back finals appearances, has yet to bring one home. So, Sidnev, of course, returning after a hiatus. So, aiming to take one down, finally. Sidnev with their characteristic 1 pushdown point. And a little bit of a dicey situation to start off here for SV, and kind of another drought. For just to but ruin the illusion here for YouTube. The first match was a no-go just due to some technical issues. Had to restart it, and that started off with a big drought. And yeah, a little droughty to start off this one here. But getting it underway, nifty series of burns on the right side for Sidnev as an open well, taking a double here to skim that off, and gets a long bar down for a Tetris. 104 Sidnev, 63,000 for SV, and each of them are going to Tetris. So about a 40,000 point lead for Sidnev to start off with, and Tetrises for each. Sidnev, of course, Netherlands, SV, the United Kingdom. And what a United Kingdom it is. So united is that kingdom, when I think of that kingdom, I think of all the unity that there is. All right, long bar down for SV, 155. There's one in for Sidnev, 203. Another one, SV. Yes, indeed. And of course, these United States, very united as well. No means to pick on the United Kingdom. Well, I do mean to pick on them, but there are other targets as well. 226 Sidnev, 223 SV. Long bar down for each, and a Tetris for each. More Tetrises. So fairly decent paces about halfway through until the level 19 transition, which comes at 130 lines. We're just about halfway there. Double these players' score. Sidnev looking at maybe a 560k transition. Sidnev maybe 580. Let's see how close we come to predicting that. Good to see so many of our fans in the chat. Javan T, G's007. Now, G's was the maker of the wooden trophy that we gave away at last month's CTM Masters. What is it called? Oh, CTM Lone Star Championship. There you go. Nifty series of placements there. Column 7 and 8 for Sidnev, and a couple of Tetrises. S-spin on the right side. So SV trying to cling to this small lead. And I think we have pretty decent pictures of the trophy, actually there at the event. So I appreciate it. But yeah, they were very nifty trophies, handmade, like wooden trophies. This is not 3D printed, whatever. No, I don't mean to throw shade at 3D printing, but this was made with wood, and it was a fine job of woodworking. So thanks so much to G's007. BD. Yeah, players doing great today. 464 for Sidnev, 475 for SV, and they've been very efficient ever since the halfway to transition point. About a 33,000 point lead for one of our players, SV. Starting to feel a little monkas about one of our streams, but all right. Looks like we back. All right, good adjustments here for SV and another Tetris 590. So aiming at a 600K level 19 transition. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. All right, tricky series of pieces here for Sidnev. Oh, look at that. The OJ, the five below in the middle of the stack for Sidnev. Very nifty adjustment. Other Tetris SV has one more available, so players really on and right now. 606 transition for Sidnev and a 660 transition for SV. So definitely very healthy transitions for these players. And not a super healthy stack for SV right now, so we'll try to take care of that. Going for a dirty Tetris and gets it. Look at that. Holy moly. Did not have to do that, but did it anyway. Like, why not? Oh no, and hangs that Z piece on the left side. So we'll see what SV can do. Very good piece there with that L to try to burn this away. Looks like SV will survive, but maybe a little aggro on SV's side. We'll see what ends up happening here. Still spicy and dicey. Set up for a dirty Tetris. 714 Sidnev. And yeah, SV just going to take that. Oh, look at the adjustment there for SV. And holy moly. Aggro from SV. Love to see it. Snaps in that Z piece and Tetris for SV. So it is super close. Sidnev with a slight, well, in the score lead, and maybe a little, well, we'll see. Yeah, it's too close to call at this point. SV with another Tetris. 801 here on level 23. And SV, I think, knows his opponent, knows Sidnev can be very aggressive, and knows, of course, Sidnev can play for a long time after level 29 transition. So you got to stay aggressive against an opponent like that. And Tetris for SV, 893. 894 for Sidnev. Couldn't be any closer. All right, no great place for that L piece SV found out. So just going to have to skim this away. And getting some good pieces to do that. Oh, this is just very, very nifty to look at on SV's side. But 927 for Sidnev, 931 for SV. Just back and forth, neck and neck, as they say. All right, 940 for SV, 938 for Sidnev. Players don't seem to have much in the way of rust after not playing. Of course, last month we had our Texas event, which neither of these players were at. I don't know what else they played competitively, but they are looking good. Another Tetris here, Sidnev. Both players with a max out on level 27. SV into level 28 at 1,050,000. Tetris for Sidnev going for the 1.1 transition here. We'll see. And may just be forced to have to do something here. But yeah, you can see Sidnev really aiming here, but the piece is just not being accommodating. SV going to transition here about A93, 1,093,000. And oh no, the board getting up a little bit high for SV. Oh, gets a long bar over to the left. So impressive. Gets a long bar in for a dirty Tetris. SV got the 1.1 here, B38. And taking a few skims here. Game kind of giving some S's and Z's, and SV handling them. Oh no. Kind of a miss shift there. Not sure. Maybe early shift, but SV still staying alive. B52. Long bar down the middle for SV is a triple, I believe. And wow, SV getting those pieces over to the left, and just, oh, beautiful L for the left side. There's a Tetris for Sidnev into the lead. A crucial lead here for Sidnev, while SV's scrambling in the middle of the board here, post 29. Looks like SV is making some headway and getting this down. And now it's Sidnev's board starting to climb a little bit. Oh, beautiful triple for SV to bring this down. Some great pieces for SV stack. B93 SV, B90 for Sidnev. Sidnev open for a Tetris, gets a Tetris dirty. Column 4, Sidnev into the lead, C36. What a game one. SV gonna take that burn, place that long bar flat to just bring this board down. SV with a Tetris, C60 back into the lead here on level 35. Just a 7,000 point lead for SV. These two players so closely matched. Sidnev going for a Tetris in column 8 and gets it. Got the 1.3. SV going for a Tetris and gets it back into the lead. What a game here. D46 for Sidnev. Gonna take some burning here to try to build it for a Tetris. Oh, nifty little move here for Sidnev. Oh no, gonna hang that long bar on the right side, but is ahead at D53. SV with a chase down, has 15 lines to try to chase this down. Needs to get to D54 is the target. What? Oh no, that L placement on the left side. What is SV gonna be able to do here? How does he get these points? 5 lines to go for SV to try to chase this down, and does do it with a series of singles. And SV just barely eclipsing Sidnev here. D54 to D53, just a little over 1,000 point difference. What a game one. GG's. Oh my word. All right, both players are ready for game 2. Let's go ahead and get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. See if we can do a little something with these cameras here. All right, maybe that's a little more even. A little more. 3, 2, 1 taxes. No, it is not April. April in the United States is, taxes are very much on the mind. Mari is here. Box Mill, what's going on? Zeno, Adam Verbus, Sargent, Ert2 is here. Stoikel, Queen 428 is here. Cobalt. Ricky Bot, what's going on? Aka2, Galizer, Tamello, Soulman. Always love seeing the familiar names and a smattering of unfamiliar names as well. All right, 118 here for Sidnev to start off game 2. Gonna Tetris 140, 103 for SV. Gazerchu says that was certainly a game. Welcome, Gazerchu. All right, Tetris for both Sidnev and SV, S's and V's, and their names, which has no significance whatsoever. But listen, this is a pattern recognition community, and how do you see those two names and not go, oh, there's a similarity, right? It's just a curse. For me personally, I love stuff like that. I love palindromes. So for any time there's a palindrome that happens on my odometer, that is like a great source of satisfaction for me. And there was like a really interesting one that was going to come up on my car, but then I lent my car to someone and to Sue, and she drove through the very satisfying palindrome. So I was very disappointed in that, and I should know never to lend my car out, or you'll just miss all the good palindromes. Let that be a lesson to you folks. 286, now 309 for Sidnev, 294 for SV. 332 to 317. Tetris is on level 18, worth 22,800 points for you new people. Do I have a favorite? Do I have any favorite palindromes? Oh, that's yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if I have any favorites. I mean, what would a favorite be? Like, boy, I really like to pop that palindrome into Microsoft Word and look at it every once in a while. Like, I don't know. Or what? Maybe ones that I feel a particular delight if they come up. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I like them. I get a great deal of satisfaction from them when I see them, but I don't know if I have any favorites. And I also have yet to see the Palindromists movie. There's a documentary by the makers of the Ecstasy of Order, which is the big Tetris documentary that kind of kicked off a lot of the classic Tetris scene, really, inspired that. And I have yet to see it. And yet I like palindromes and Tetris, and I'm, friends with those guys who made the documentary, so you'd think I would have watched it, but I have a hard time watching the output of somebody that I like. Like if somebody says, "Oh, hey friend, come look at this poem," and like I don't want to read their poem, just because I don't want to tell them I don't like it if I don't like it, Oh, and especially in front of them, like, "Hey, I just wrote this poem," and then they hand it to you, and then they expect you to read it in front of them. Oh my God, I hate that too. 564 for Sidnev, 468 for Sidnev. I'm like, I'll read it, but just let me read it in private so that I can formulate my lie in private that I like it. 521 for SV, 611 for Sidnev. SV going to transition 522 into 19. And there's a long bar down for Sidnev, 636 transition. That is another very healthy transition for Sidnev and fairly decent one for SV, but again, a lot of Tetris to go. Tetris, Sidnev, 663341. All right, nifty tuck of the S piece there for Sidnev to keep that Tetris well open. Always impressed with players who can do tucks and spins at these high speeds and just do them consistently, and consistently enough to, to depend on it, right? Say, okay, well, I'm going to set this up so that I know I'm going to have a spin, a couple pieces, a couple of lines away, and they can just do it with confidence like that. That is very impressive to me. What am I saying? 796 there for Sidnev, 687 for SV. Eyeball is here. What's going on, Eyeball? Are you in Masters this month? I don't remember. I set it all up last night, but I do not remember. SV climbing a little bit. Eyeball is somebody that, you're not supposed to root for anybody, right? Because, of course, I have to be objective and not root for anyone. But I do privately root for Eyeball because I want to see somebody who's known primarily in another community. The Super Mario Brothers 1 speedrunning community. I want to see someone from another community have a good deal of success in this game as well. So 923 Sidnev, 775 for SV. And Sidnev just about almost one away. All right, so we're like a quarter of one away from the max out. 840 Sidnev. There is the Tetris and the max out for Sidnev on 26. Long bar down for SV. 874. Sidnev looking for a very healthy transition. Had one at 19, looking for a really good one at 29. Yeah, Eyeball, I believe, has not gotten out of round one, but makes the Masters event all the time, and is a very skilled player. All right, there is a Tetris and a max out for SV here on 28. Tetris Sidnev's got the 1.1, and another Tetris here for Sidnev would give them the 1.2 transition, but just going to take the doubles here. Has a healthy lead, over 100,000 points. We'll see. Yeah, just going to take the doubles and give themselves a good board here on 29. So Sidnev up by about 90,000 points. And SV setting up for the Tetris and has got the B71. And now Sidnev setting up for the Tetris here in column 8. Sidnev up by about 50,000 points or so. Sidnev set up for one there. Column 4 Tetris, C79. Sidnev gets a long bar down. And this board is so complicated here for Sidnev. I mean, for SV. Not sure if SV is going to survive. And the answer is no. So Sidnev, you are good here in game 2. Zelazowie with the subscription. Thank you so much, Zelazowie. 4 months. All right, we got 2 ready players here in game 3. So what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What's going on, deck? Oh, I'm doing well, deck. You know, just doing some classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. As you do. There's a Corian thing for SV. Making the adjustment to put either the J or the L into the 2x2 gap. When you see the other one, it's matching one in the window. So there you go, the Corian thing. All right, there's a dirty Tetris for SV, 73,000. And here's one for Sidnev, 115. Adam Burbis, thanks for the tier 1 sub, 14 months. It's a good opportunity to remind you, it's a new month, and who knows, maybe you're an Amazon Prime member. And if you are, did you know that Twitch gives you a Twitch Prime membership every single month? And that allows you to get a channel subscription to the Twitch channel of your choice. You get all the emotes and all the privileges and accolades of being a subscriber. And it gives a little, basically gives that amount of a subscription to that streamer. So if you want to support the channel and you're an Amazon Prime member, consider using your Amazon Prime subscription here on little old classic Tetris Monthly. Spread it around, but keep us in the mix. Tetris here for Sidnev, 220. SV gonna skim a single and get a Tetris 193. So Sidnev up by just about a Tetris, a little over that actually. All right, SV trying to clear up a little bit of a snarl in the middle of the stack. Got a gap there, trying to uncover without covering the existing gap too much. And Sidnev trying to do the same thing. Actually has a buried dirty Tetris in the center of the stack, trying to keep that open and wait for a well-timed long bar, and gets one. 280 Sidnev, 251 SV gonna uncover. There's a long bar and a Tetris, 274. So players still pretty darn close. SV gonna Tetris into the lead. Sidnev taking a few burns. And looking to set up maybe for a Tetris here in column 3. And Mind with the tier 1 sub. 8 months. Appreciate it. We got a raid here from LOL Pog Series. 7 viewers. Thank you so much. LOL Pog Series. Sidnev set up in column 3 still for that Tetris and just can't get a well-timed bar. Gonna uncover here. Try again for that bar, and there's the bar and the Tetris. Another long bar down there will be a triple, but looks like Sidnev gonna be able to set up for another dirty Tetris column 3. 372 the lead for Sidnev. For SV, I'm mixing these names up. For SV, Sidnev at 347. S's, V's, you know, on the European continent. It's all very confusing for your old befuddled friend Vandy here. All right, a little bit of a tricky board here for SV. Oh, wow. Great placements here. Looks like Sidnev gonna be just about Tetris ready while SV is burning. Still burning near the top of the stack. Tetris for Sidnev into the lead. Cobra, what's going on? And a Tetris Sidnev again, 444, while SV still burning, just 10 lines away from the level 19 transition. So SV looking for just a good board going into 19 this high. You just want something you can sort of deal with, and this is getting to be pretty spicy and dicey. And all right, this is what SV is going to have to deal with here. Oh, beautiful for a triple. That's going to bring the board down pretty well for SV, and another great piece and a Tetris for SV. 457 here on level 20, 517 for Sidnev level 19. So that's going to it cost SV the lead, that sequence, but not by too much. Hana is here. Welcome, Hana. All right, SV getting set up, almost set up here. There we go. Set up for the Tetris. Sidnev is already set up, waiting for one, and each of them get Tetrises. We got the little S-spin we love. Well, you know, I've been doing this for years, and still seeing those spins is, it's fun, right? So, oh, look at that. He spins that way. Who knew? I mean, we knew, but still interesting. 626 SV 660 for Sidnev. I haven't played Tetris in weeks myself personally. I packed up my entire setup. It's all in storage now after the Lone Star Championship. So I'm just too busy at work. I don't have time right now, but it's a great thing about Tetris. You know, you can play for a little while, take a break. You always come back. Sidnev waiting for a bar here, set up for a dirty Tetris. But that's going to turn into a little bit of a complication, but this should be burn downable. Gets those S's over to the left side. Gonna uncover that well and finally get that Tetris. 766, so still pretty darn close. Just about a Tetris, a little less than a Tetris, separating these two players. Sidnev gonna get one. Oh, people are looking at my PAL PB on in the score bot here, and that's after playing for 5 minutes. Like, I just didn't have a PB in the bot, so I just played so I could put one in there. But I've played probably less than 10 minutes of PAL Tetris. All right, SV trying to set up here, trying to keep that well open, taking the skims. Just 2 lines away from the level 29. Gonna take a triple and a Tetris into 29. 911 here for SV on 29. 974 still on 28 for Sidnev. It's like another Tetris SV. Am I wrong there? Did I miss that? And a triple here, SV. And Sidnev going to open that well. There's a long bar over for Tetris and the max out here for Sidnev on 29. SV, this is top out city for sure. Top out SV. Sidnev going to take a 2-1 lead into game 4. GG's. All right, both players are ready for game 4. Let's get them started. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. SV, previous winner of CTM Masters event. Sidnev gunning for their first one. Oh, Sidnev, yes, with the 11 pushdown points. Very different meta here from Sidnev. Normally has got the 1 pushdown point, but 11 here, so who knows? Could be a difference maker. All right, Tetris down for SV, 91,000. Sidnev, 92,000. So super close. Oh, look at that series of burns from SV. SV actually set up for a dirty Tetris, and but had to duck out of that. Board getting a little too high. Set up again for it. And there's a long bar for the dirty Tetris, 118 SV. All right, there we go. Keeping the board flat, not putting that long bar up too vertical. Don't want anything to stick on that long bar, so great flat play here from SV with the board relatively high. Yeah, very creative burns here from SV. There's a Tetris SV, 190,000 on the nose. And 210 for Sidnev. Anybody have any interesting plans in chat? Let me know what your plans are for the rest of the evening. I'll tell you my plans. I have a friend that has a new remodeled kitchen. And they're very excited. She's very excited about this kitchen. And she's like, come on over and make stuff in my kitchen. So she's having people come over and make stuff in her remodeled kitchen. So I'm going to go, what I'm going to make is I'm going to make a carnivore pizza. So this is a pizza that has canned chicken as the crust. That is what I'm going to make. And they're going to be wild because it really does taste like normal pizza. Like, it doesn't taste chickeny really at all. So that is what I'm gonna do. All right, we got bike trips with the girlfriend. We've got trying to beat Mark Migas in futures. We got people cleaning. Very interesting plans here. People traveling to play disc golf. Someone saying they're going to eat a second donut. I think these are very interesting plans. I love hearing what people are doing. 362 Sidnev, 397 for SV. I want to hear more plans. I want to see in chat. What are the plans? All right, someone planning to take their significant other to the beach. One of those significant others might be on our screen right now. 395 Sidnev, 488 for SV. Just 100 lines for each of them. That's a very healthy score for SV through 100 lines. Oh, people booking. Oh, just booked their Airbnb for CTWC. That's right, CTWC, of course, happening again. Portland, what are the dates? Is it October 12th? I feel like it's early in the month. Still not 100% sure I'll be going this year. Yeah, 12th through the 15th, 13th through the 15th, something like that. Yeah, still not 100% sure I'm going, but we'll see. I mean, I don't need to go, right? I mean, I don't do anything there. Although I have worked the past, let's see, 4 of them, right? 2019, 2020, 2021, I've worked the last 4 of them. So it would be, you know, I'd like to keep that streak going, but all right, 675 transition for SV. Huge transition. 503 less impressive there transition for Sidnev, but not so bad. You really would like mid to high 500s at 19 minimum. But pretty healthy lead for SV right now. Over 200,000 points, or just around 200,000 points now. Tetris SV 753. Now, of course, we do have a lot of play left here. You know, level 39 is basically where these players will cap out. Did I say 39? Yeah, 39. Tetris Sidnev 570. Another Tetris SV with this large lead. You know, you don't have to take crazy chances, but then again, you don't want to let a player of Sidnev's caliber back into the game. Now, SV has to win this game to stay in the tournament. Sidnev set up column 3, gets the Tetris 609. SV building, long bar, Tetris 920. 200, actually over 300,000 point lead now for SV. Tetris Sidnev. This is a huge lead. And SV just one Tetris away from the max out. Will not get it on 24. But we'll be looking to do it on 25. Well, there is a triple. Now we're in 25. And a bit of a burning sequence here for SV. And now very dicey situation for SV. Has got a gap there on the left side. Able to cut it down, though, with a couple of fortunate L pieces. And this is allowing Sidnev, you know, SV does have the max out. Okay, there we go, clean. And gets the Tetris SV A45. That allowed Sidnev to get back some of this, cut into some of this lead. And another Tetris Sidnev here, 866 on 27. SV with the A79 here on 27. So good survival from SV. That could have really taken a turn. And SV trying to open this back up. And will do so. Taking a couple of skims. Keep a nice board going into 29. B27 for SV. 911 for Sidnev. And there's a Tetris Sidnev into 29 at 954. B38 for SV on 29. All right. Sidnev with a Tetris 993. SV. Oh, this is very tricky. SV going to top out B44. The target is B45. for Sidnev. Needs about 140,000 points. Plenty of runway to do it. Now just 102,000 points needed. So Sidnev can really just take all the time in the world and just take the right opportunities. And all SV can do is just sit and watch. This is Chasedown by Sidnev. That is going to be game and tournament over for Sidnev. I mean, for SV, sorry. I keep doing that. S's, V's. Yeah, so yeah, B45 is the target. And Sidnev just going into check down mode. Singling, doubling, not getting too aggro. A little bit to clear out here, but looks like that's okay. All right, going to take that triple. Now just less than one Tetris's worth of points away, and actually setting up for that Tetris. But no, going to have to back out of that, and now there's more cleanup to do. Sack starting to climb just a little bit. And there's a Tetris. There it is for Sidnev. And Sidnev will take this game and match 3 games to 1. So GG, Sidnev. You will be playing against Gerald SV. Thank you so much for sticking with us through the technical issues. It's always great to have you, but I guess it'll be another month where you will get to try and get another CTM Masters event victory. Sidnev with the victory lap here, playing into 39. And there's a Tetris, got the 1.3, and there is a level 39 super kill screen speed. Very, very fast. All right, there it is. Thank you so much, SV, again. Sidnev will be advancing, and hopefully Gerald is here. We'll be back in a moment. I'll run a quick ad, try to kind of make some of the money back from Lone Star.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.